Welcome to the Real Retirees of New Jersey, powered by Liberty Financial Group and Artemis Wealth Advisors.
If you take proper planning and you create a plan and you use the strategies that are available to you, the outcomes and the probabilities are much higher and in your favor than not.
Randy and Peggy Fisher want to help you retire once and retire right.
Get more information at therealretireesofnewjersey.com. You can find all that information here in the show notes. We are here with Randy Fisher of Artemis Wealth Advisors. We are here with Peggy Fisher of Liberty Financial Group. My name is Mark Owens, and Peggy.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Sorry, Randy.
It's the best time of the year.
I mean, you opened Pandora's box, and we're in it now.
Yeah, baby.
But have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly
It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
You know what? Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. We're all ahead of the times. All of our neighbors, actually, it's funny. I don't know how it is in Georgia, but I'll tell you, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. And it's something I used to hate. I love everybody's decorating already has the lights outside.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
I've had my Kwanzaa lights up for a while.
You have, Ramsey. Good for
You're
you.
the one.
In Diwali.
Yeah.
You would have laughed at me, or no, Peggy, you would have hugged me, because literally Halloween was on a Friday. On Saturday morning, I don't know if I sent you all the picture, I pulled out the peppermint creamer for my peppermint mocha and
Yes.
coffee.
Yes.
And the peppermint rum shata to mix in there. I lit the wreath candle.
it.
And I went
You
ahead.
did?
Yes. Everything.
Wreath candle. You lit the wreath candle.
Yes. We have a candle that smells like a Christmas wreath. Now, what do you think I meant?
I thought you meant like a Christian wreath candle. That's what I thought.
I thought it was reefer.
Could y'all
What
be
the hell's he doing down there?
polar opposites?
I love it.
You're like the reefer candle and the wreath candle. What do you have?
See, I'm talking Christian wreath. You're talking reefer. What is happening?
We're talking to Mark.
Oh, my God.
Like
I
a
can't.
sacrifice? What are y'all doing at that house?
Every weekend we get an update of him. You know, he just woke up.
Oh, yeah.
I love
I
it.
do send y'all pictures when I jump on the golf cart and make a cocktail and cruise around the neighborhood.
I love it. We don't have that here, but I love that.
I decorate the golf cart too. I
You
cover it in
that's
lights and
perfect.
everything.
I
Yes.
love that.
I'm waiting to see you get pulled over by Roscoe.
So
Roscoe Pico train here.
I talked to a cop a couple years ago, and I was like, if I'm on the golf cart in the neighborhood,
Talk to a cop.
I did.
A few
Was
years
that
ago?
what? Was that
a
after
few
you
years
got?
ago?
Was that after you got pulled over or before?
I was in the back of the car.
And we were talking.
And Enos said,
Hard plastic seats. The good news is if you pee yourself, it's okay. They can just mop it clean. Randy, you know. So he told me, I'm fine on the golf cart. He goes, look, as long as there's no kids hanging off the back of it, like you can have a drink, but as long as you're not like splashing all over the place.
"What state are you in?"
Yeah, because that don't happen here in New Jersey.
No.
Well, hey,
Get
listen.
out of here.
Golf
That's all
cart?
you can get pulled over for DWI driving a bike up there.
That's true. That is true, Randy.
It's true, right?
It is true.
You get pulled over here and they'll ask you for some of that brown liquor.
in a reef candle.
Like a reefer
A
candle.
reefer candle.
A reefer candle.
You got any reefer candles?
Someone's house.
Selling them $10 a shot.
Throw around the reefer candle. and we light it and all get high and celebrate the
Well,
holidays.
yeah, it is legal, right? So it doesn't. Yeah,
Not down
What?
here, no.
No, I'm saying.
So wait a
here
minute.
in New Jersey,
Smoking weed in Georgia is not legal, but riding around
on a golf cart,
intoxicated on a golf cart is okay. Got it. All right.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Don't you judge me. Don't you judge me.
That's what happens down in Dixieland.
Come on.
get that Barbara Streisand jingle
Oh
bells
my
on there. Will you
gosh.
next time,
No,
Mark? Come
I
on.
can't. Dude, it
I
gives me a
need it.
headache.
I
No.
need it. Gives you a headache.
Give me a seizure. Listen, jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle
I
bell.
love it.
That song is awful.
Awful.
Oh,
awful.
my favorite.
So
I'd rather get hit in the head with a mallet.
a week ago, this mess we call the Real Retirees of New Jersey podcast, we were
Yes.
talking about preparing for 2026.
Yes.
And Randy, Peggy, y'all made the comment that procrastination causes so much damage. How often do you find that people call you and they say, hey, I need to do this and this and this, but let me get through the holidays. Let me get through the
always.
first of the year.
We hear
let
it all
me
the time.
Get through. Yeah?
Yeah, and I literally tell them, let's stop procrastinating, shall we? Like, come on. We
I
gotta...
call those people assholes.
Yes, he does. That's what you call them, Randy.
You could say that on the podcast. You
Yes.
could say it on the radio.
Well, I can say holes on the podcast, but these people are assholes.
No, and it's right back to them. I say, let's not procrastinate. Nothing happens good in procrastination. It doesn't.
Sometimes the act of doing nothing is more risky than doing something.
That's 100% correct, right? Randy. 100% correct.
Well, people get stymied about what it is because they really don't want to make a decision.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing over the last 30 years I've found probably the most consistent. Mm-hmm. People are not afraid to make a decision. They don't want to make the wrong decision.
Right. Especially when it comes to their money. 100%.
And a lot of them will just basically get analysis paralysis.
That's what happens.
And they will sit where they are because that's where their money is.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then they'll call us and complain when something doesn't happen. Right. I should have. I could have. I should have. I didn't.
But here's the problem.
Yes.
People don't change.
Yes.
That's actually a problem. People don't change. You are who you are, right? So if you're one of these people that literally, you crack your eyes open in the morning and bam, you're up and running around and you get things done and you make a decision and you're on your way. That's one side. There's other people that'll think about something until forever.
Right. I got to think about it.
What do you got to think about?
I got to talk to my husband. I got to talk to my wife. I got to think about it. Yeah, we hear that.
It's just an excuse.
Yeah, right.
The excuse is that you didn't want to make the decision.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is you got to the situation in which you're in right now for a reason.
Right.
Right. What do you need to do in order to make that situation better?
Right. Well, even, and we got a lot of people who come from our workshops, right? So they made that first step. They went to a workshop to talk about their finances, right? So they got through that. Then we get the second step. They come into the office, right? So, and that's what we say to them, because if there is a third step, most people, some will become clients, some won't. Some will be procrastinators. And that's what me and Randy will say to them. Like, you made the decision to come to the workshop. You then made the decision to come into the office. What's stopping you now?
Fear.
Yes, exactly, Randy.
It's fear.
Right. Yeah.
So it's fear to make a decision. It's fear to make a change. People don't like change.
No.
Right? So they don't like it. Sometimes things sound too new.
Yes.
Too different than what they've ever done before.
Right.
And if it's that far off their course, they're not going to even think about doing it, right? Mm-hmm. But that's exactly what some people do need, to do something totally the opposite of what they've always done.
Right. I would call that a kick in the ass.
Well, if you continue to do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got.
That's exactly it. Yes.
So, you think about that. It comes down to you must make a change.
Right.
Make a change for a better.
And we do say that to clients or, potential clients. You know what? Make the change. Stop procrastinating.
What's the worst case that happens?
Yeah. Right.
Go back and do what you were doing.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, but at least make a change and try to go forward and do something. Don't procrastinate. Let's do it something. Pull the trigger.
The other thing that makes people fearful is knowing what they actually have.
Yes.
Not knowing what they have.
Right.
It makes them actually more comfortable than knowing what they have.
Well,
right?
yeah. Well, we see that with clients we've always talked about too. A husband and wife, they'll come in, we'll talk about budgets. And when they start saying, okay,
what do they spend?
What do they spend
have?
on? Then you could see like both eyes go glassy, or both, like one will be like, oh, well, we don't really spend on that. And the other one will be like, wait, what are you saying? Right. Yes, we do.
There's a disconnect.
So then there's a total disconnect, or it's just about, and like Randy said, it's just about saying, okay, let's sit down and do this budget. Let's talk about this.
Some things aren't comfortable, but once you get them off your chest, then you can start to understand how it works. Yeah. Then you can make changes to have a successful future.
Right. And then we had a set of clients, younger set of clients, we were talking about this, where they too, had lots of bills and didn't know what to do, really. We set a plan with them. And then the greatest thing was, a year later, they were like, that was an amazing plan. Look, now we're out of debt. Now we're saving. Now we're investing. It is an amazing thing. Once you just sit, and they were petrified when they came into our office and were like, this is what we have. This is a nightmare. And actually what they said at first is like, we're never getting out of this, right? And they were like, we can't get out of this. I'm like, yes, you can.
It's a difference between a wish and a plan.
Yes.
Right? A wish and a goal.
Yes.
The goal has a plan.
Right.
A wish is just a wish.
I know.
I could wish for lots of different things, but the fact of the matter is, if I don't put any action into the plan, nothing gets done.
That's correct. Absolutely.
You mentioned the age. You said, we deal with a lot of clients, older clients, younger clients. What is the right age? Because you talked about how procrastination costs so much, but some people say, oh, I'm not quite old enough, or I'm not quite there. I want to reach a certain age. Is there an age? Like, who are we talking to?
No, I think we can talk to anybody, really, honestly, because we do have some younger clients who are just investing and, saving their money and going through a process. Then we have, older clients who could come in and say, oh, God, I wish I even talked to you guys 10 years ago because I could be in a better place than I am now. So it really doesn't, as far as the age goes, that doesn't matter to us. I don't feel like in any way, shape, or form, because I think we could help any age. We can help a younger couple, like I said, get out of debt and get ready to invest, right? Like the clients that I was just talking about before. Or to an older couple who may have the money but hasn't done anything really with it, or hasn't, processed it through and made it to a point where they're saying, hey, this is how I want to spend it. This is what I want to do, right?
I would think if we can get the point across of compounding interest over a long period of time,
yes, big time.
The younger you are, the easier it is, in the long run.
Right.
But trying to get that through to someone who's just starting and they're trying to make ends meet, or they're trying to decide whether they should actually go out and buy 3 pairs of shoes or put away $100 in savings.
Yeah, we've talked about this, especially at the people at this age.
At that age is very tough.
It is
right?
tough, right? To
Plus,
say you want to save.
There's the difference between different segments of people. Whether you have Generation X, Y, Z, I don't know what the hell you even call these people anymore, right?
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is, if you're probably over age 30, you've maybe established a family, have some assets, have started to put some money into savings. You can start to see a little bit further down the road as to what's going on, maybe college, education, retirement, stuff like that. If you're 20-something years old and you just got out of college, you can't even find a job.
Yeah, you're not thinking about
You're not thinking about putting away savings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Most of those people are just figuring out, how the hell do I get out of my parents' house?
Right. Exactly.
Right? The earlier you start in life based on compound interest is great. But as Peggy said, no matter where you are in life, you can start at any time.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? But the fact of the matter is, it depends on what you want to do. You want to open up a new business. You want to do a different thing that you've never wanted to plan before. Do you really want to work at the current location in which you're working right now?
Right.
Do you want to set up a side business? Do you really want to retire?
Yeah.
Retirement means a lot of different things to a lot of different people these days, right?
It sure does.
I can't sit in one place more than 5 minutes. I don't even know if I can retire. There's other people that they can't wait until the day that they can never go to work again, and they can sit on the porch and watch the sun go up and the sun go down.
Yeah, it's true.
That's great. Everybody has a different viewpoint and a definition of what it is.
Yeah, it's funny that you just brought that. I was just thinking of that, Mark. Yeah, we talk about the go-go years, right? Which is like you're basically, 50s, 60s, right?
Yeah.
Then you get into like slow go years, which is more like your 70s, getting into 80s. And then the no-go years, late 80s, 90s for some, maybe, right? And we even talk about like how to, because a lot of people who do save their money and then they're in those years, we tell them like, because they're like, should we spend this? Yeah, go if you got
not only spend it, but it's also the question of when should they take Social Security.
That too,
right?
Big time. Yeah, big question. Always number one. Yeah,
and there's never a total right or wrong answer.
Yes.
Right. And everybody goes into that conversation of, everybody's told us to put it off as long as we possibly can. Well, that's wonderful, but what if you die tomorrow?
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you get?
Nothing. The $250.
What does your spouse get? Right.
Yeah.
So, as Peggy just mentioned, go years, slow go years. When are you going to be the most active? When you're 90 or when you're 60?
In the go years.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if a couple extra bucks over a longer period of time, and that's essentially what a Social Security is, right? It's an annuity.
Yeah.
The longer you live and the longer you take money from it, the more you're going to get out of it.
Exactly.
Right. There is a point of a break even because you do get a discounted number if you take it a little bit early, and you can't have enough earned income if you do take Social Security at 62, 63, 64, early retirement. But if you're not working anymore and it actually bridges gaps between your income plan and cash flow, why not take it?
Yeah.
Right? Why not?
Exactly.
Would an extra $1,700 to $2,500 a month help?
Right. Well, that's what,
sure,
that's what we always say to the client. Would the extra, like we ask them, did you go online and check out and see what it is? Because every day could, be different. But
in the last number of podcasts, we've always talked about what is the economy doing and how is things going on with inflation and everything else, right? One of the things, at least in the Northeast, that's really crushing people is property taxes.
Yes, big time.
So what happened there is in the last 3 years, home values have risen more than 30 some odd percent. All of these different municipalities basically went out and reassessed everybody's homes. And what did they do? They charged more for their property taxes.
That's right.
Property taxes are a burden on someone who's on a fixed income. Huge difference, right? So now all of a sudden, if you got a 30% or 20% increase in your property taxes over the last number of years and you're on a static income, that just crushed your cash flow.
Well, it's funny that you brought that up too, Randy, because I do have here New Jersey, because here that's where we are here, right? New Jersey residents paid more than $18 billion in school taxes just last year.
School taxes. Meanwhile, we're stupid.
A $500 million increase from the year before on overall property taxes. Just what you were talking about that. Are you ready for that?
$500 million increase.
$500 million increase from the year before on overall property taxes in the state of New Jersey.
Yeah, and everybody's like, oh, our property taxes are out of control. No, your property taxes went up because of the reassessment of your property.
Right.
Again, it comes down to people not understanding how economics work. Right? And they're always looking to blame somebody. Oh, I'm blaming this guy. I'm blaming that girl. I'm blaming this woman. I'm blaming that guy because they made my taxes go up, or they cost me this, or they made the groceries go up. Blah, blah. That's not the way it works.
Yeah.
If you're ignorant and you don't know how it works, you need to blame somebody else. If you're educated and you understand how it works, then you can overcome that by figuring out what the solution is to that problem.
That's right. What you need to do for retirement.
And that's what it comes down to, right?
Absolutely.
So whether you start early, you start late, whatever it may be, the fact of the matter is you need to start sometime. If not, you're going to be a burden on whoever else needs to take care of you.
That's right.
Social Security just doesn't have enough funds to fund you.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And how many more politicians are going to be able to give away free stuff? Because as soon as the free stuff runs out, you get nothing. So
what should, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show about procrastination, how it can just cause so much damage, as we nudge up towards the end of the year, what could or should we be doing right now before we flip to 2026?
I think you should set a goal. Just start very small. Set the goal and then remain focused on the goal, right? Make a goal of saying, you know what, I'm going to continue to put more money into my 401k. I'm going to save more this year. I'm going to put away so much money so I know that I have, they always talk about how you should have a 6-month or year savings put to the side. Start with very small goals, but remain focused on that goal and you have to start somewhere, even if it's small, and then stay focused and remain on that goal.
It's a good start. I mean, you want the best return on your money? Pay off your credit card.
Yeah, that's true too.
Most credit cards have 18 to 26 to 29 to 31%
I think it's even
interest rate right now.
It's more than that, right?
Okay, so that's awful. Awful. If you have to decide whether you should put more money into savings or you should pay off your debt, pay off your debt.
Yeah, and I also think you should say discipline. If you can try some discipline in your life going forward, just a little bit of discipline, meaning saving. Okay, I'm going to save. I'm not going to spend money.
Why are you looking at me?
No, I was looking at the wall.
She's looking at
me. Just very small. Stay disciplined with it. Like if you say you're going to do that goal, then stay disciplined. Because if you can do that, then you're going somewhere.
Like not eating the entire candy bowl?
Well, hold on. All right.
Yeah.
So not go crazy here, all right?
All right. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Maybe not drinking all of tequila. Listen, that's not why we're here. The real retirees of New Jersey.
We should talk about that.
Should we?
No.
Real retirees of New Jersey. Happy holidays.
Going down a rabbit hole now, boy. Santa just fell off the roof.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
I love the information I get from you guys every single week. We invite you to get more. Come to the Christmas party. She'll tell you. RealRetireesOfNewJersey.com to get more information from Randy Fisher. That's Artemis Wealth Advisors. Peggy Fisher. That's Liberty Financial Group. Thank you, as always, for streaming the Real Retirees of New Jersey. We are back next week, but for the entire team, thanks for listening. We'll be back. Get more in the show notes. Peggy, Randy, have a great rest of the week.
Adios.
Somebody waits for you.
We are an independent financial services firm helping individuals create retirement strategies using a variety of financial and insurance products to custom suit their needs and objectives. Investment advisor services offered through Artemis Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Artemis Wealth Advisors is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Please consult with your attorney, accountant, and or tax tax advisor for advice concerning your particular circumstances. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Randolph A. Fisher, insurance license number 9616074, and Liberty Financial Group, LLC, and Peggy Fisher, national license number 189-42003 and 570-5833.